All right, guys. It's been about a week. Once this podcast comes out, it'll be about a week since Caleb Williams was taken number one overall by our beloved Chicago Bears, and I just wanted to gauge the room and talk with my dear good friend, Mr. Jack Lomax. I wanted to share some of our experiences from the Bears Middle Light draft party this last Thursday. I mean, that was one of the most surreal fan moments I've ever had in my life. I can't speak for your experience, but I mean, I went last year, and this year just like completely blew last year out of the water. We had some funny stories. We had some player interactions that I know Jack wants to get to. And we're just going to break down the draft and honestly just talk Bears because I feel like, dude, I don't know about you. I have not stopped smiling like this whole weekend and leading into recording today. Like, it just feels like a breath of fresh air, doesn't it? Like,
first love. It's like your first love all over again. Caleb Williams is, I haven't, it's like Viagra, all right? I've been nursing wood for the last week.
Have you... And knowing that Caleb is ours now and seeing him talk to the media, seeing his expression, how he came out onto the stage in Detroit to greet Roger Goodell with that number one overall pick. Like, I know, Jack, you are a big Justin Fields advocate. You were really pounding the table for the Bears to keep him. Have, like, you turned the corner? Have you officially turned the corner?
Turn the corner, turn another corner. Went down the street, turned another corner. Yeah, I'm fully invested in Caleb Williams. I'm 100% bought in, John. 100% bought in. Justin Fields, you're my guy. Love you. Steelers are going to love you. Get them 51% of games in. You're going to be fantastic out there, but this is a Caleb Williams era, and I am fully invested in that shit. Awesome.
Love it. Love to hear it. I see right now, and this is what you wore to the draft party, you had your pre-ordered Caleb Williams custom number 13 jersey you're wearing right now, and I'm afraid that Mr. Williams is not going to be wearing that number. Have you thought about what you're going to do with that number, with that jersey? Is there a way to turn that 13 into an 18?
Yeah, I mean, I could draw some lines, but this is a special edition. This was like preemptive. This was the Caleb Williams preemptive celebration. Now, bit of a coward. He should have taken that number from Keenan. Personal. Cost me $30 from DHgate. It's nothing. There's no authenticity from this jersey, so I'm not like crying into my cup of tea. But that being said, I would have liked him to be 13 personally. And then we've got some stories. We'll talk about them stories, but I don't care. I honestly don't care what numbers he'd have won. I'm speechless. It's wild.
I'm honestly really comfortable with 18. At first, when it was announced, I wasn't sure necessarily how I felt about it. But Caleb has like just this aura about him. Everything he does, the pictures, the interviews he does, like he just has this aura around him. And Justin Fields had the vibe, he had the swagger, but Caleb has the personality in the interviews. Like Caleb is 100% like authentically himself at every second of the day. And I think Justin, and I'm not trying to dig Justin here, but I feel like outside of the Equanimous St. Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast that we saw Justin Fields go on, 2 months ago, like that was the Justin Fields I feel like we all wish we could have seen a little bit more, like show a little bit more personality. And Caleb Williams is like just over the top personality, whether you like it or not. And if he is just a smidge, Jack, just a little ounce as good as people think that he is, on paper, I don't know about you, but on paper, this is the best Bears offense ever assembled, in my opinion.
It's wild.
Yes, you can go back to Brandon Marshall, to Alshon Jeffrey, Greg Olsen, Matt Forte days, and the Jay Cutler era, but there's just something about this that just feels different. What does it feel like for you?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Super, super exciting. First off, let's go back to Justin Fields for a second. The dude had to be mellow. He was under scrutiny for every little thing that he did. Anytime we lost, he didn't really have a hook to hang his hat on, because we were the Bears that were, winning a few games. How can he walk around cocky? How can he walk around with his chip on his shoulder when he had nothing to hang his hat on?
Right.
Caleb's coming in. He don't care that USC didn't have the successful year that they were anticipating. He is coming in knowing he is the dog's bloody bollocks. He is just oozing with confidence. I don't give a shit if people are saying he's cocky. I don't care. If you've got it, flaunt it. If you're so confident in yourself that you are willing to paint your nails and wear whatever shirts you're wearing and you're okay with it, good. Stick it out. Stick out like a sore thumb, because you have earned that right, and you are going to, now it's going to backfire if you're not as good as you're coming out as, so don't screw us over here, Caleb. But like you said, we've got DeAndre Swift, we've got Keenan Allen, we've got DJ Moore, Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet, getting in Rome Odunze, that steal from the draft, absolute steal from the draft, and then even the big parts.
And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Before we start talking about Rome Odunze and the Bears draft experience that we had at Soldier Field in the VIP section last week, I just feel like this is a new era, and like it goes without saying, this is a new era of Bears football, but like this just feels different.
This is it.
There's just something that feels so different about this. Caleb Williams has to throw for only 8 touchdowns to have a better performance than Justin did in his rookie year. And I know Justin Fields was throwing to Darnell Mooney and God knows who else in his first year as a rookie under Matt Nagy, getting killed, his first career start in Cleveland. I understand we've come a long way from that, and I understand that Justin was never set up for success, and he definitely got a raw end of the deal here. But, if we look big picture, I feel like Justin walked so Caleb could run, Mitch crawled so Justin could
backwards
walk. Yeah, and Justin walked so Caleb could run.
Yeah.
And this is where we find ourselves. The Caleb Williams pick itself, like the selection, like we all knew that was coming. The whole country knew that was coming.
Yeah.
We all had nerves. Just, we didn't want the Bears to pull a Trubisky and surprise everybody again. So like that was great, and I loved Caleb's pure emotion, like screaming, like
that was
I loved
cool.
that. You did not see that kind of reaction from Justin Fields. There was definitely a little confusion on Justin's face when he got chosen by the Bears back in 2021. I will say, when Atlanta picked Michael Penix Jr., which we can get to at the end of the show, because I don't know what the hell they were thinking, and we could be here another half hour talking about that.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
I don't know about you, but like I had like a euphoria spiritual moment at the draft party when they selected Rome Odunze with the 9th overall pick. I mean, talk about things perfectly lining up for the Bears.
Big time.
Is there another team that absolutely crushed the first round other than the Bears? Because like I'm really at a loss to and I know the Bears had 2 picks in the first round, but and I'm really not trying to be biased here, but it couldn't have worked out more perfectly. And those dudes taking the flight over to Detroit together, and it was like destiny. It was meant to be. Maybe this was the plan all along. The fact that they didn't have to move up to go get Odunze was huge. And just like Caleb, like what a impressive young dude. Like you hear him talk, you see the way he carries himself. I mean, like these are 2 like terrific young men coming into this organization, and of course they have to show it on the field. But like I am just so flippin' excited. Like this is insane. And you have Rome Odunze getting to learn under DJ and Keenan Allen.
DJ, wild.
I can't believe this is real life. I really, I feel like a typical Bears regime, they would have gone with the edge rusher at 9, or they would have picked the best tackle on the board, and they very well could have.
Yeah.
But instead, like we finally got our sexy draft. Like this was the sexiest draft.
Yeah,
if
get out
you're a
your red
Bears
panties.
fan.
Oh,
And we had a
yes.
first row seat. We had a first row seat to it at the Soldier Field VIP party. Jack, like, what was going through your mind when we took Rome?
So, I mean, me and you were going back and forth in texts prior to the draft, right? And, you know, just going on Twitter, refresh. And when you sent me that thing where it was Caleb had been, you know, doing some practice throws with DJ and with Keenan, and then you were dropping Rome Odunze in there as well, and you're like, well, hold on now. Could it be? And then that video came out, or that photo came out of them two going on the plane together. You're just like, well, hold on now. The stars are aligning. And like you said, as the picks came in, you know, when Caleb's name got called out, everyone's excited, right? You've got your quarterback. Wasn't a surprise. But when Rome Odunze's name got called out again at that draft party, the roar was deafening. It was deafening. There was not a single person in that at Soldier Field that was upset with that pick. It was astounding. It was a noise that I haven't heard in a long, long time from a Chicago Bears perspective.
It was loud,
surreal,
loud in there.
Yes.
And I'm just so happy that they didn't trade back. You know, they traded back last year, let the Eagles come up a spot to get, to get the defensive tackle. It just this year just felt different, man. It for the first time in a long time, it felt like not only did we do the right thing, but like we were so aggressive about it. And I'm not used to turning on Sports Center in the morning. I'm not used to, I do my Peloton rides and I have NFL Network on, and like our team is like the talk of the NFL. Like this is news.
Everyone's ready. Everyone's excited. Yeah.
This is new for me. This is new for you. This is new for all of us. With that being said, with the offense currently constructed as it is, I mean, are the Bears a top 5 offense in the NFC right now on paper?
I'm gonna throw our name in the hat as definitely. Obviously, you think, it's a rookie, it's a new offensive coordinator. Is everyone going to fit well with this offensive coordinator? Honestly, a lot of pressure on Shane Waldron. A lot of pressure.
The
pressure's off Ryan Poles. You've done the draft. You've walked the walk. Chef Poles cooked. I don't think there's pressure on Eberflus. Eberflus is doing the defense. I don't see the pressure on him. I see the pressure on the new offensive coordinator coming in and working this offense to the level that it should be. I do think we are a top 5 offense with those names on that piece of paper. Caleb Williams, just get us to that. What is it? We're the only team in the NFL that doesn't have, 30,000 passing yards and 40 touchdowns. Is that it?
Yep.
Or vice versa? Something along those lines.
Yep.
Caleb's doing it. Caleb's getting us over that
this
finish
year.
line. Yes.
His rookie year.
I don't give a shit that he's a rookie. That guy is walking the walk. He is going to talk the talk with that offense.
I feel like it's more fun. It's more fun. It's more fun if we guess that he's going to break all the Bears, rookie quarterback records. It's more fun doing that. And the bar is set so low. Same thing with the the all-time Bears receiving record.
Yes,
is only 5,000 and some change, set by Johnny 50s? Morris back in the 50s. Rome Odunze was on local sports radio here in Chicago, and he's like, in his career? Yes, Rome, in his career.
Shocked. Yeah.
And no knock on Johnny Morris, but I'd like to think, potentially DJ, potentially Rome, both of them would eclipse that, both with Caleb at the helm. Again, if he's just an ounce as good as people think he is, because the dude, like, he is that dude. Like, it's just so weird. It's just different for me waking up when people are talking about our quarterback. I'm not really used to that. Justin had the highlight flashy plays, but like, I'm talking about a quarterback, an all-around quarterback that does it all. And it certainly seems like the Bears got their guy. Do you play Madden a lot, Jack? Are you a Madden guy? Do you play Madden ever? I feel like the Bears are going to be like the team on Madden this year. Team. Right?
Everyone wants to run Caleb. Yeah.
So much fun.
I'm just looking at DJ's stats for 2023. 17 games, 96 catches, 1,364 yards. It's a solid start. Realistically, I I think DJ is going to get there before Rome. But if Rome stays a career Bear, that's rare in the NFL now. Like a career player in one specific team. But if we manage to keep Rome in Chicago, I know we're going way in the future there. Easily 5,000-yard guy. We've had Brandon Marshall, we've had Alshon Jeffrey, we've had people in place, but we haven't had the offense in place. This just feels magical. It feels magical. Disney. This is Disney. The Disney Bears right now.
It really is. Like I feel like we're like in a fantasy land. I really do. What I also love about the Rome Odunze selection, business wise, decision wise, it makes so much sense because Keenan Allen is turning 33, I believe, this upcoming year.
Right.
He's 13 years in the league. He has,
injuries,
a history list of injuries. I don't know about you, Jack, I love the addition of Keenan Allen. I love it. I can't confidently say that Keenan's going to be a Bear for the next 3 seasons or longer. I mean,
correct.
So you need the Bears needed to beef up the wide receiver room regardless. So now that they did with Rome Odunze, and you have Kmet and Everett. And Everett, in my opinion, you could put him out.
He's a monster.
You could put him out wide. I mean, he can run receiver routes. I mean, he is that athletic. And Gerald Everett,
dude's built like Derrick Henry. He's but quicker.
Somebody is going to be open if the Bears' offensive line can just be above average. And I really think they're not as bad as people think they are. I think Justin holding on to the ball as long as he did really showed some of the bad flaws and characteristics that people want to ping on our offensive line, but I don't necessarily think it was all their fault. Last year, especially the center position definitely needed to be upgraded. I know you wanted a center. It seems like Ryan Bates and Colton Shellman are going to compete for that center spot, and I expect better from Nate Davis at the right guard position.
Yes.
I expect better from him. That's a must for me. But let's just round out the draft though. The Bears in the 3rd round they selected Kiran. I'm going to try and pronounce the name right. Amegadjie. I believe I'm saying that right. Kiran Amegadjie, local boy.
Solid effort.
Went to Hinsdale, just down the street from me here. Grew up a diehard Bears fan. The guy was actively deleting old tweets of fire the whole Bears offensive line and Justin Fields till I die, bear down till I die.
Yes, he did.
I love it.
Yes.
And you definitely have seen an influx of players selected by Ryan Poles that are local guys or just bringing more guys into the organization that
want to play for that organization. Yeah.
100%.
It's an easy buy-in at that point. Yes, love it.
He definitely seems a little raw. I know he partially tore his quad or something last year. It's not like we're over here watching a lot of Ivy League football. He attended Yale University, so
right.
But I mean, had he finished everything I've been reading about him, he was arguably one of the best FBS offensive lineman prospects there was. So definitely more of a project. And if anything, this just pushes Braxton Jones to be even that much better than he already is.
Yeah.
And I think the bar is already set pretty well with Braxton. I really do. Moving on, and I want to really get your take on this because this has some people up in arms, and I just don't see it. The Bears selected Torrey Taylor, punter, out of the University of Iowa with the 122nd pick. There are some people like myself that watched Iowa football last year. I know God bless me, right? Some people don't understand drafting a punter at all. Jack, could you name? Let's play a fun game. Could you name 5 punters off the top of your head right now in the NFL? It's hard. There's not a lot. I know Tommy Townsend. I know Johnny Hecker. I know Trenton Gill, our guy. That yeah, literally.
Pat O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
I just think I can't.
It's hard. I can do kickers. I think I can do better at kickers. But it's tough, isn't it?
So
like
a
lot of people,
Wisniewski?
yeah. Wisniewski. He was with San Francisco, I believe.
Yeah. He kept on.
So listen, I understand there's some people up in arms about the Bears taking a punter with their fourth round pick. This is different though. Torrey Taylor is the second highest punter that has been drafted since 2012. This guy is a 2-time All-American the last 2 years.
Right.
This guy is light years above Trenton Gill, who I was reading so many stats has regressed in almost every statistical category there is for punting. According to EPA statistics and metrics, he was the second worst overall punter in the league last year. And I know Caleb sent Torrey Taylor a nice text message when he first got drafted, like, "Hey man, welcome to the Bears. You're not going to be punting much. Like, we're not going to need you," which I thought was hilarious. That
brilliant.
You send that to the guy.
Love it,
right? I know, but the reason why Iowa was so successful in winning games with that trash of an offense that they had last year was because they flipped the field and they let the defense win them games.
Do that thing.
How they flip the field? With Torrey Taylor, the Australian wonder boy. This guy's got a leg. He knows specifically how to pinpoint these punts. Yeah. I am so okay with this pick. And what's crazy is I texted you like in excitement because there were so many mock drafts out there that actually had the Bears possibly taking Torrey Taylor, like maybe like in the 5th or the 6th round if the Bears, found a way to sneak back into the draft.
Yeah.
So I understand like the 4th round, you can still get a value pick in the 4th round. So maybe it was a little bit of a reach, but if you think about it, Ryan Poles technically got a generational quarterback. He got a blue chip wide receiver, and he got a generational punter.
Yep.
A+ draft from me. I don't know about you.
So here's my take. First things first, right? Insulted that I wasn't the international fan of the year.
You would have done better than that guy, and he was great. You would have done better.
Phenomenal. The guy did a great job. I'm not knocking him at all. It should have been me. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But it was. Honestly,
I'll send Roger a note for next year. I'll send Roger a note for next year.
Roger can kick rocks, all right? Because he fumbled the bag there, and then Sketch came on after. Big fan of Sketch. So anyway, just getting to the pick. Wows the crowd, gets a pick in. We're going with punter, Iowa. And you're right. You text me, you're like, "Jack, don't sleep on this pick. This guy is the leg." Did some research on him. Second, I found out it was an Aussie. I'm in. Son of a bitch, I'm in. Aussies are good at a couple of things. Kicking is definitely one of them. It's about it. There's a sharp dip after, but they can kick a bloody ball and they can kick it bloody strong. Aussie rules football. He was an Aussie rules football player back in his youth. So I'm in. Second, he said he was an Aussie. Didn't give a shit about anything else. Sold. Do I think it should have been a 4th rounder? No. Don't care. We got the guy we wanted.
Yeah.
Based on what you're saying, right? We had a player that wasn't doing what he needed to be doing. Second worst in the NFL. You need an upgrade. Could he be in there at 5th? Don't give a shit. We didn't risk it. We're not here to risk. We're not playing risk games. We got the guy. We move on.
Right.
Don't care if it was a D on any, like it was a D pick. A+ in my book. When he's pinning offenses down in their own 20, I don't give a shit. We look back at this and say A+. So happy chappy. Well, no, I won't be buying his jersey. Don't get me wrong. But I'm good with the pick.
I have a close friend, Troy Manley, who lives out in Denver, and he's of Brazilian Brazilian descent. His mom's from Brazil. She's a Brazilian citizen, and he's the only guy I know with a Cairo Santos jersey. He's the only guy I know, and he rocks it. Oh, it was great. Yeah. He actually got Cairo Santos to sign it in New England after the Patriots win, and that was like the start of Justin Fields' like nice little run there. So I just think that's cool. The last pick, the Bears snuck back into the draft. They chose Austin Booker, edge rusher out of Kansas.
Love it.
Definitely seems like another developmental kind of guy. I do like some of the comps that I've been reading about him. Like he's got a little Max Crosby in him, and I know I'm not saying he's going to be Max Crosby, but he's got like really, really good length, high motor, and he's not like your typical edge rusher. So I've been reading that, realistically, a lot of scouts thought he was going to go back to Kansas, and he has enough talent to be a first-round pick, but he's just so raw, and there's just not enough tape, not enough stats on him for him to come out early like he did this year. So, the Bears are taking a little bit of a gamble, but again, fifth-round pick. He was one of the better names on the board available at the time, so Austin Booker is going to round it out for the Bears draft. Overall letter grade, Jack, what are you going to give the Bears for the 2024 NFL draft? We all know they won the draft. They won the draft in our hearts, right? But letter grade, what are you giving them?
Okay. In my heart, it's an A+. It's an A++. Like, I see nothing wrong. There are some realistically, when we come back down to earth just a little bit, we still had holes that weren't filled, in my opinion. When we had the Georgia center, granted we've got Ryan Bates and we've got plenty of offensive linemen that could take that spot. But I was sold on the Georgia center, Cedric Van Prang, I can't even say his name. I'm not that sold, apparently. I can't even say his bloody name right. But, I come back to that Austin Booker thing. I know you were just saying is the Max Crosby. Max Crosby was a fourth-round pick, right?
Exactly.
Max Crosby wasn't a Max Crosby pick. You don't look at now. You look at him now and you're like, oh, first rounder. Right then he was a fourth. Same with this Austin Booker guy. He's getting comparisons to Max Crosby with that length and that acceleration onto the tackle. I genuinely think he is someone that's going to be he's going to have some good players this season. Not a starter this season. He'll develop into one. He could develop into that Max Crosby. Love it. So all in all, I'd say, truthfully, B+. And I'm knocking us down a grade just because I do think I was really set on getting that center or getting that center position addressed. We'll see how it goes on. I think when Ryan Bates surprises us in that position and Nate Davis pulls his big boy pants on and actually performs this season, we can upgrade it. We'll upgrade it to an A+. But right now, I'm gonna be nice and say B+.
I have them at an A-. The first round alone, you pair Caleb Williams, the number one overall prospect on anyone's board.
Beautiful.
Of course, the Bears were going to take him. We've known this for months. But then you take Rome Odunze, who falls to you, and Rome Odunze, in some people's eyes, was a top 5 prospect, and we got him at 9. So the value was there. I don't know a lot about the offensive tackle, Kiran Amegadjie. I don't know much about Booker, but the punter selection, I know people think it's a reach, and I know Max Crosby was a fourth round pick. But I'm telling you, I think people are going to love this kid, and bye-bye Trenton Gill. Like, no offense, bro, but, like, we needed better. Like, my fiance Ashley, like, dude, she's been saying it for the last couple games before the season ends. She every now and then she'd be like, Trenton Gill sucks. He sucks. well, my dear, we officially upgraded the punter. This how I know I'm going to marry this broad. She's just complaining about our punter. She's the best. And shout out to my fiance Ashley, by the way. The NFL draft experience would not have happened if it wasn't for her.
No, she's a saint.
So before we wrap up the show, I want to talk a little bit about our Miller Lite Bears draft party experience that we had at Soldier Field. We weren't watching the draft on our couches here at home. Like, we were in the Miller Lite.
Loved it.
Not Miller Lite. We were in the United Club.
Yeah.
At Soldier Field.
Executive Lounge.
In the Executive Lounge. And we got to take pictures and meet and greet Jaquan Brisker. Such a nice guy, by the way. Oh, phenomenal. My God. He was such a nice dude. Got to meet and greet Montez Sweat. I'm going to try and post it a little bit, but I have a great picture of Montez Sweat. But
yes, you do.
Honestly, the highlight of the night was a little interaction that happened between our friend and good colleague here, Mr. Jack Lomax, and Bears star wide receiver DJ Moore. Do you want me to tell the story, or do you want to tell the story of what happened?
I'll take a punt at it. All right.
Okay.
So, let's put it on tape. we didn't expect DJ to be there. We had an inkling DJ might be there, but there was nothing on paper to say he was going to be there, right? We knew Jaquan Brisker was going to be there. We knew Montez Sweat was going to be there. So when the draft starts and DJ pops his little head out and he comes and looks at us at the air, he's watching the same projector as we are, and we're like, holy cow, it's DJ Moore. And his family are there. He's a big family guy. He's shares the experience with his family. And he stood right behind me. And I'm like, right, play cool, Jack, play cool. Surreal experience to begin with. Caleb Williams, that it's just saying that the Bears pick is about to start, the draft's about to start, whatever. And I turn to DJ and I say, DJ, and I pull out my 13 jersey, Caleb Williams. I'm like, are we getting Caleb? And he walks up to me, close as you can be, and he just leans in and he says, we're getting Jaden Daniels. And I'm like, what? What? Yeah, we're getting Jaden Daniels. Like,
he doubled down on it.
Yeah, he doubled down. Yeah. And I look over to our buddy Joe Bose, and he's like, yeah, no, that's what he said. And I look back at him, and he just walks away. And it's not like he's upset. It's Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a phenomenal quarterback. He'll do great at Washington, but he just stands back and he's just staring at the screen and just ignoring us now. And I'm just like, first things first, immediately saw this as a money-making opportunity. I'm trying to log into FanDuel and put $50 on the Bears drafting Jaden Daniels. Luckily, my internet wasn't playing ball because I lost $50 and DJ would have had to fork that out. But so then the Bears pick is in, and we're all looking around, we're all waiting. Great experience, ready for that. Just the electricity in the air. We know it's coming, but it's just electricity. And the Bears select Caleb Williams, and I turn around and DJ Moore's just laughing. He's screaming at first, he's celebrating, we're all celebrating, and then he's looking at me and he's pointing, he's having a little giggle, and then he's getting Jaquan Brisker and telling him what he's just done, and then Brisker's looking at me and laughing. I'm like, oh sweet, all right, so I am the butt of jokes for the Chicago Bears. I've been trolled by DJ Moore. And DJ, if you're watching this, you better bloody be watching this. Wasn't happy chappy. Jaden bloody Daniels.
We're not exaggerating. DJ Moore actually poked fun at our friend Jack here. Like this actually happened. I witnessed it. The look on your face, the look of confusion and terror in terms of what he told. I mean, it was really loud where we were. Joe Bose had to tell me like what he told you. The look on your face when you looked at me, and I'm like, Mike, what did DJ just? What is Jack and DJ? What are they saying? And Joe's just like, DJ just said that we're thinking about getting Jaden Daniels here. And in my mind, like immediately, like I went all negative Bears thoughts as a fan.
We're doing it again.
We're the Bears, we're doing it again. Trubisky, this is happening again. Like we're about to honey dick everybody again. Like this is, I can't believe this is happening. But then in my mind, I'm like, wait, no, this doesn't make any sense. Like DJ was just out in LA working out with him the other week. With Rome Odunze, like we got that report, and Caleb was the only quarterback that came to Hallis Hall on a top 30 visit. Like Jaden Daniels, Drake May, none of the other dudes came to Hallis Hall. So like it's like in my mind, I'm like, all right, don't go on Twitter, don't pull out your phone. I did really good by the way, and I'm proud of you too. Like we were like, Jack and I just refresh, like all night. But like for pick 1 and pick 9, I put my phone away. I put do not disturb on. Like I wanted that pure, raw emotion in that moment of both picks, and I'm really glad I did that because like we got to share that together, and our whole party got to share that together, and I'm really glad we went ahead and did that because last year I knew we were getting Darnell right before the pick was announced, and like it just kind of takes away the excitement. So for anyone listening out there, if you ever go to the Bears Miller Lite draft party, don't be that guy. Put your phone away. Watch the pick happen live as it should.
Also, don't go to the executive club because I want the tickets for next year. So just go. You got to be general admission. I want to make sure.
Go general admission. admission. You can still walk on the field. You're gonna hate the
executive club. You're gonna hate
it. It's just it's not for everybody. It's just only for a select few.
Yeah.
But
brilliant.
What an experience, man! Like I was telling you, like nothing I was trying to set you up for what that experience is. I can't really put it into words for someone that's never been there, but
Magic.
Like it's like one of the coolest sports fans experiences you'll ever have that has nothing to do with an actual physical game.
Brilliant.
And like we're always gonna be Bears fans. They're always gonna piss us off. They're always gonna find ways to annoy us. They're always gonna find ways to bring us down. But that night, and ever since last Thursday night, like I've been sleeping well.
Rocking wood.
I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy, and I know you are too.
Yeah. And this is what we got from there. We got the signed football 6, Jaquan Brisker. I don't know how that says. It's supposed to say JB. I don't know if it says JB.
He's number 9, here. Jack. 6 is Gordon. Get it right.
Oh, it's because I got it upside down.
It was upside down. Whoa.
Well, we had DJ Moore, number 2. Beautiful there. And then we have Montez Sweat. I think the pen were running out. I don't know, which I can't tell.
Man, Montez was a mammoth of a man.
Well, that's probably why that's why the signature's not very good, because his hands are massive. He's like a plate. His hands just can't hold a pen correctly. Phenomenal experience. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Didn't get to kick a field goal. I wanted to show Cody Parkey how it was done, but the lines were too long. But, I should have just kicked it from halfway and just got it over and done with. Awesome that the players all came out to do the signatures. The one thing I do want to talk about before we do sign out, just the draft in general, right? I mean, the picks that came in, the fact that the top 15 picks were all offense, is that what it was? Or the 15th pick was the first defensive player?
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall. It was wild. The fact that Michael Penix Jr. and then the GM's gone on board and said, you're trying to follow the Green Bay method. Jordan Love ain't it. Don't worry about that. There's no Green Bay method. Stupid neighbours up the north. What else? Nothing. Apart from the Michael Penix Jr. pick, nothing surprising came from that. The Packers flubbed their pick with Jordan Morgan. Absolute trash. We got Austin Booker. Tape of Austin Booker. Absolutely burning past him in what was it, the Senior Bowl or something?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Our 5th round is better than your first. You enjoy being bottom of the league. Our neighbours in the north. Dirty Packers. And then they missed out. They could have had Copa DeJean, the absolute most athletic man on the planet, and they fumbled that bit. Let's be real. That I'm not biased or anything, but Packers had the worst draft. They got an F for me. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I appreciate your take on the Green Bay draft. I don't even know what letter grade to give them. I'm like so just focused on what we're doing. I don't even care what our neighbors to the north are doing. I know the Vikings got McCarthy. They got Dallas Turner. Nice little first-round pick. But after meeting Montez Sweat, I could just picture him just terrorizing McCarthy for years to come.
Yes.
Good luck, young man. You're going to need it.
Yeah. You need to meditate a whole lot more at that goalpost before your games.
Yeah. But man, we talked about the NFL draft for months, and it came and it went, and I mean, did it go according to plan? Like, is it even better than we anticipated? I mean,
and more. Yes, it was.
Right.
It was incredible.
I mean, that's how it
was
feel.
Incredible. Do
That's
you know
how I
what? Do you
feel.
know what? It was so good, and our friends that are Packers fans and Lions and Vikings fans all say the same thing. The Bears always look. The Bears' favorite part of the season is the draft, right? They always say that. That's how they rib us.
Right.
We look forward to the draft. I genuinely feel like I am not excited for the 2025 draft because we had such a good draft this year, and I think our team is going to be so good this year. I really do. I know we have that Bears optimism at the beginning of every season, but I truly feel we are going to be so good. I don't care about the 2025 draft. I don't at all. For the first time as a Chicago Bears fan, I don't give a shit about the draft. I am so excited for this season.
It certainly isn't going to top what we just experienced last week. So, yeah, just echoing what we started the show off with. This is a new era of Bears football. It just There's just a rejuvenation, just a really great feeling overall. That's just you could just feel it all around Chicagoland. It just feels different, and it's just so refreshing to see that the Bears are taking this modern NFL approach. It's 2024. Yeah. You need points. You need to score points on offense. And on paper right now, this is the best Bears offense. I mean, it is stacked from top to bottom. And if Caleb is just a little bit as good as people think he is, watch out, because our Bears are coming. We're coming. Like we're the new hot team right now. And I know we got to show it, but right now, it's hard to say. It's hard to argue that the Bears have won the NFL offseason. And give credit to where credit's due.
They have won. They have won it.
Give credit to where credit's due. Ryan Poles, you, sir, are our king. You are our savior.
Yeah.
And Ryan Poles, we trust. We trust.
Oh, 100%. Love it. Love it.
He's Jack Lomax. I'm John Presnowski. Was the Bear Necessities podcast. I know it's been a while since we've done a show, but we're going to be better. And there's going to be so much to talk about in the months to come. I can't wait. I mean, training camp's going to be here before you know it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze. They're Bears. They're Bears. The new era of Bears football is here.
That's it.
And, man. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Jack's excited. I'm excited.
So excited.
There's just so much excitement.
So excited. It made you cut out, John. We got so excited it made you cut out.
Dude, I've cut out literally like 5 times in this show. That's okay. We're going to piece it all together. Again, he's Jack Lomax. I'm John Presnowski. Bear Necessities podcast. So excited.
Come on.